Greetings everyone, in today's video, we're going to explore the concept of function arguments. Let's see what topics are covered today. Required arguments, keyword arguments, default arguments and variable length argument. Let's begin by exploring required arguments. Required arguments are the arguments passed to a function in the correct positional order. Here, the number of arguments in the function call should match exactly with the function definition. Alright, let's create a program to grasp the concept of required arguments. We have function printMe with a parameter street. It prints str and exits the function with a return statement. Here, you'll see that a str is required argument for the printMe function. Okay, let's run this to see what the output is. The problem is that the function printMe is called without passing any argument, but the function definition expects one argument, str. How to fix this? You must pass a string as an argument to the printMe method when you call it. So now, let's provide a string. We can now run this again. So, we received our outcome. Alright, let us move on to our next topic, which is keyword argument. Keyword arguments are values that, when passed into a function, are identifiable by specific parameter names. A keyword argument is preceded by a parameter and the assignment operator. Okay, to learn more about the idea of keyword arguments, let's create a program. Here we have a function named greet which takes two parameters, name and message. When called, it prints a greeting message formed by concatenating the name and message parameters. Okay, so we can execute this. Here, when we call the greet function without providing any arguments, it will raise a type error because the function expects two arguments, that is name and message, but none are provided. There are two methods we can use to solve this problem. Let's see what they are. First method is, when calling the greet function, pass values for both name and message parameters. You may view the result here. You can provide default values for the parameters in the function definition, allowing the function to be called without arguments. Okay, default argument is the next one. Default arguments in Python let you set default values for parameters in a function. If an argument isn't provided when the function is called, the default value is used. Let's write a program to understand what default arguments are. Here, we have a function named printinfo that takes two parameters, name and age, with age having a default value of 35. The function prints the provided name and age. Here, you can see that in the second function called printinfo of name equals a Nihar, the printinfo function is invoked with only the name argument provided. Since the age argument is not provided explicitly, the function uses its default value of 35. So, when the function is executed, it prints name, Nihar and age, 35. Now, let's talk about variable length argument. Sometimes you might encounter situations where you need to handle more arguments than you initially defined for a function. These extra arguments, known as variable length arguments, are not explicitly named in the function definition like required or default arguments. The syntax for a function with a non-keyword variable length argument is given. You can use an asterisk before a variable name to gather all non-keyword variable length arguments into a tuple. If no additional arguments are provided during the function call, this tuple remains empty. Okay. So let's create a program to grasp the concept of variable length arguments. Here, function called printinfo which takes at least one argument, name, and then any number of additional arguments, which are stored in the marks parameter. When called, the function prints the name followed by the marks obtained, one by one. In the first function called printinfo, George, only the name George is provided, so no marks are printed. In the second function called printinfo, George, 60, 50, the name George is provided along with 2 marks, 60 and 50. These marks are printed one by one after the name. Okay, let's talk about what a variable length keyword argument is next. In Python, the ***quarg syntax in function definitions is used to accept a variable length list of keyword arguments. This allows you to pass multiple named arguments, which are then collected into a dictionary inside the function. The double asterisk before the parameter name signifies this type of argument handling. Here is the syntax for defining a function with keyword variable length arguments. Here, we have a function called printinfo that needs at least one argument, name, and can take any number of additional keyword arguments, *** marks. When you call this function, it prints the name followed by marks obtained in different subjects. In printinfo, marks.items creates a view that lets you loop through the marks dictionary. This way, you can easily print each subject, key, and its corresponding mark, value. In the call printinfo, George, biology equals 88, maths equals 95, science equals 90, George is the name provided along with marks for biology, maths, and science. These marks are passed as keyword arguments and printed alongside their respective subject names. It's called a variable keyword argument function because it accepts any number of keyword arguments, stored in the marks parameter as a dictionary, allowing for flexible input of marks for various subjects. Thank you.